37 pull-ups today. Hold on, let me check. Let me check my thing. How y'all doing out there today? I really want to run it like a podcast, to be honest. That way it has rewatchable value. You know, all right, so I am live right now. All right, so yeah, so that I have rewatchable value, so that it has key context or key things or key values that you guys can come back to. But that's just me wishfully thinking. That's just me wishfully thinking. Or not even wishfully thinking. I don't even know. How would you say that as a Christian? You wouldn't say wishfully, right? You would say like hopefully thinking. Hopefully. You dig? Ugh. Hold on.
On Saturday night, he challenges for the WBC welterweight title against Sebastian Fundora, live on PBC pay-per-view on Prime.
All the little kids out there in Candyland, all the little kids out there. Just got in. I am tired. Not necessarily tired, but I really didn't even want to do this. I didn't even want to go live, but I gotta do it. I gotta put in the work. And that's how I go. Even when you're tired, you still gotta do it. And I was a little weaker on Monday, so hopefully I have a little bit more pull strength today. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Oh man, Cam's been great, man.
We'll see how that goes.
This fight's been a long time coming. We were already, anticipating this fight last year, so sometimes you gotta wait to let the
my live ain't really cracking like it used to. I don't know.
Man, but this is just one of the greatest
YouTube not effing with me. Maybe it's not
fight
entertaining
for
enough.
boxing,
I don't know.
and for the sport right now.
I really
Obviously, it's a great
don't know.
opportunity for myself, keep one-time Thurman,
And
back at the elite stage,
I'm like
going for the WBC world title. And man,
I'm grateful to stay
you here.
humble
What's up, Las Vegas?
and not act like I do know what I'm doing, because I don't.
Keith, I seen a recent interview when you said that Sebastian.
But the way
still has a
YouTube
good
works,
way
it works in
to
like
get
waves.
knocked out. And I was like, he seems like he wants to knock this guy out. He said you capping. He said that you don't think that, and that you don't think you're gonna knock him out, and that Sebastian's past that. What do you have to say to that? Look.
And whenever I'm watching boxing, my lives do crap.
Okay, let's start with
But
Sebastian is past that.
I gotta watch my stuff.
He is, right?
Gotta watch
He's done
my
a
stuff.
lot. He's redeemed himself. He's steamrolling. But see, this is what you gotta really analyze what Thurman says, right? I'm not talking about that he's scared of being knocked out right now. That's not what I said, right?
And again, this is not even about me workout. I gotta do another whole workout.
That his body is not his conscious mind. This is, man, you gotta understand psychology, people. This is his subconscious.
Okay.
This is in the back of the hemisphere. That when I hit him, I can hit him on the
Yo.
arm, I can hit him to the body, I can
What's
hit
goody?
him on his cheek, I can bust him in the nose. That heavy hitter,
Some
the
workouts
first time
today.
it hits him, he's gonna know that he's in with a real puncher. This is boxing. You got people who box. You got people who, and you got people that.
Nick, what's good?
Pop,
Nick, good to see you, bro.
When a heavy shot comes in.
Back to training. I gotta record the 50, so I gotta get that 50 right. And this last live, how you living, bro? Life is good. I can't complain. I mean, I'm dealing with a lot, but I cannot complain. God is good. Always God is good. Cannot complain. But ebbs and flows, as they say. Hills and valleys. It's not gonna always be perfect. But I just deal with it as it comes and keep it moving, baby. God is good always, yes. Amen. Yo, bro, I'm a sub just to support my guy. I appreciate that. 8-inch channel, appreciate you. Appreciate all the help, the love I could get. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, but I'm dedicated. Put my all into everything. So The more I get, the more I give, and the more I give, the more I get. So
Keep,
that's just how I go. All right, today we doing 37 pull-ups.
well, he said a few
Same
things
regimen.
all the way
You
to
just
the
gotta
subconscious molecular
climb up.
level on
Hopefully,
that one.
That's how it works, baby.
I got a
That's
little
where
bit
my
more
statement
strength today.
started from. It's gonna be a
And,
memory.
we'll see
a
what
cellular
happens.
memory. It's gonna be
You
a
know,
reverse. Just like when that
I was
bass
super
hit.
surprised when I did my 35
You
on
in the back
Monday,
of the
how
club,
weak I
it
was.
hit
So
you in the
hopefully I got a
chest.
little bit more pop. That's how it's crazy. You
It
really
shakes
don't
every
know
cell
where
of
your
the
strength
body,
is at
baby.
until you actually get up on that bar.
It's a healthier bit of fear that he's got.
You can feel great. You can feel so good. And then you get on that bar.
It showed in that first zoo fight.
ain't
I
there.
think he's back, like you said, steamrolling guys again, but with a healthy cautious of knowing his mortality.
No, so the fear helped him evolve, right? Sometimes in life, you got to be knocked down before you really move forward. You got to take a few steps back before you can really grow and elevate yourself, right? And we don't want to experience this in life. We all want comfort. We want to sit at home. We want to have our chips. We want Netflix. We want AC units, you know? We want everything so comfortable in life. But when life
37.
gets real, it gets really uncomfortable, right? And then that's where you grow. Keith Thurman has grown. He has 30 years in the game. This young man is growing today. And we're both going to bring all our knowledge, all our wisdom into this up-and-coming fight Saturday night. And that's one of the things that makes this fight so great.
Let me ask you about what Sebastian said at your press conference, virtual press conference last week. I'm sure you heard it. You're on the phone. He said the OGs, he says older fighters are not really good fight anymore. So what do you say to Sebastian Pandora if he's not just coming? What's your response? He's not just coming to win. He's not just coming to fight. He's coming to retire at the MGM Saturday.
And
34.
then, whatever that limit is, whatever your biggest thought is in life, you got to break that down and go bigger than that. You know? So I think he's just trying to have that accomplishment. What's the best thing that I can do?
3 more.
You know? Is it win? No. Is it knock Keith Thurman out? Yes. No. It's make Keith Thurman retire. Right? And then that's thinking big in life, baby. That's going for the dreams. That's going for the goals. But this is
37.
game, man.
That was a little bit easier.
It's not just an OG.
Thank
man.
God, all good be to God.
This is hard work.
Way easier. I had a little bit more pull.
Dedication.
Probably could have went to 40.
It's what you are about
But
to see is the
pace yourself.
manifestation of 30 years
I gotta save my energy for the
of a
50.
dream.
But that's
And
it.
a dreamer that keeps on
We did.
dreaming.
But I
And
am
I'm
dead.
just trying to make my dreams come true by, you know, clocking
Not too bad.
inside his head.
Not too bad.
Going back and forth, and there was a question, and we were saying, is this
Muscle
a
ups,
redemption story
pull ups, push ups.
for Keith Thurman?
Yeah,
I think
God.
it's the start of a redemption
Yeah, it's
story
tough,
for
battles.
a
Toughest
big
soldiers.
Canadian activity.
Yeah, I'm tired of being tough. That's what I'm tired of being tough, Nick. For real, I'm tired, bro.
This is a redemption
But
story.
truth be told, I'm not worried about nothing.
This is the blueprint
Um,
of a beautiful redemption
every
story,
time,
you know?
you know, hard times come, I'm never worried because I know he got me. But boy, when I tell you I'm tired of these battles, man. You have no idea. Super tired. But muscle ups are really good. Muscle ups, believe it or not, build your pull strength to a whole nother level. That's why I trained really hard to get my muscle ups good, because if you have strong muscle ups, you have really, really strong pulls. But that's why I want to be outside again, because I'm not necessarily tired of working out inside, but I really want to start working out outside again. Because that's when the muscle really starts to, that's when you really start to
Like I said, we don't know what life's got
stretch.
going for you.
For real.
You think you in this stage in life. You
Something
think
about
you
air, you know, being outside in
what
the air,
next chapter holds.
being outside in the sun,
I didn't expect
your
my
body
defeat
just starts
in
to
2019.
stretch.
I didn't expect my
But I'm-
career to go on all this hiatus. And all
Your
these
body starts to
inactive
stretch.
moments.
Oh, matter of fact, I gotta stretch. What I'm talking too much.
Yada, yada,
I gotta
yada.
stretch. Always gotta stretch.
Tendon tear, yada, yada, yada.
Stretching is important because this helps
You just
um,
flipping the page.
break down more
Day by
muscle
day,
tissue.
Right in the story.
So,
And we made it to this moment
It
right
makes
here.
it harder,
Saturday night, is it a moment
but
of
you
joy
end up getting
or is it a
stronger.
moment of tears? We're
So-
still reading, baby.
You learned that from
What
Frank
you say
Zane.
to the people who are skeptical
Frank
of
Zane used to
something
always
that
stretch
perform of your
after
individual.
in between sets, and that's how he built really good quality muscle.
Good for you.
Not easy to do.
You skeptic.
And nobody wants to do it because it's just you get really weak.
Come over. Shoot, I don't even know she probably lied.
Do you have a routine for
Saying all this and that.
cleaning muscle ups up
Shoot, homie say he got
and
me.
increasing muscle up numbers?
I don't even know homie gonna come through. He said,
Okay, let me think. How did I clean up my muscle ups?
you know?
Oh yeah,
You probably doubt your own mama. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about skeptics out here.
muscle up transfers.
I'm telling you, man.
That's how I got my muscle ups really clean. So this is actually, I think it's a barbarian routine, but I got it from Snoop. So what you do is one pull up, one muscle up on the bar, and then you do two pull ups, two muscle ups, and then you keep going until you can't do it anymore. And it's that transfer. That transfer helps. The pull up to the muscle up transfer helps with your muscle ups because you can't use the swing. You have to use a lot more strength in it. So when I started doing those transfers, my muscle ups got extremely strict and straight. So all you do is a pull up. You do a pull up, one, whop, and then as you're coming down, you muscle up. Boom. And that's one. And then you go until you can't go no more. Then you do two pull-ups, and then you do two muscle-ups. One, two. And then you'll do three, and then you do three muscle-ups. If you can get to three. But try to get to like 5, and you keep building your numbers up. That's a good routine to get your muscle-ups really strong. So that's probably one of the best routines I could give you that could get you really strong muscle-ups. Because a lot of people depend on that swing for their muscle up. So if you could just like not use a swing to get your muscle up and just be able to just muscle up from like right here and just pull up. I'm gonna hit the ceiling and just pull up. That's when you're really strong. That's when you're really strong. When you could just hang, and from a hang, you could just pull up over the bar. That's when your muscle ups are super strong. So yeah, so try that out, Nick. Just one pull up, one muscle up. 2 pull-ups, 2 muscle-ups. Go all the way up to like 5 if you can. That's a barbarian routine or a Spartan routine. I'm not sure, but I know that I was introduced to it by Snoop. Snoop and Chi. They're the ones that did that routine first. I got that routine from them. I'm not sure if it's a barbarian routine. I couldn't tell you factually, but I'm telling you who I got it from.
That's what the world wants to see, baby.
22 chin-ups, not ready yet. But and the chin-ups be killing me too. Chin-ups is also another good thing to get your pull-ups really strong.
in this fight, and what will be too much from you? And
Because it
Sean,
is really good for your arms. And then now when I do my pull-ups, my arms is dead, so I have to rely more on my back. I gotta pull a lot more on my back, so that's good too.
Like the way Keith Thurman has to win this fight, between all the volume that Sebastian's going to be bringing, it has to be a knockout. Do you agree with that? And when do you see it going down if it's a knockout?
You know, it doesn't have to be, but it's like when you look at this matchup and everything that
I seen Snoop and Chi do that on his YouTube. Copy a little, try that even if I only get 1-on-1. Yeah, just do 1-on-1 if you could do 1-on-1. Just do 1-on-1. Yeah, that's what I mean. Just do 1-on-1. You don't have to do, and you build it up. Because what that routine does is it teaches you how to muscle up without the swing. That's why I like that routine. A lot of people depend on that swing, on that muscle up. If you learn how to muscle up without the swing, you're going to be able to muscle up anywhere on anything, and then your muscle ups is going to be straight because you'll know how to properly use your body, to go over the bar and not have to swing over the bar. You'll just know how to go straight up and boom. And that's one of the only routines that I've seen that really targets that.
shaking his head, knowing he couldn't get up, he couldn't rise again, you know.
But it was definitely Snoop and Chi that showed me that routine. But you know they're like barbarian adjacent, so it's like they're all in that same cloth. Snoop, Barbarians, Limitless, they're all kind of like in the same vein
him
of
to get
training.
tracks. How does he avoid all of that? You know? At the end of the day, Sean Porter knows what it's like to fight bigger guys. He competed at 165 in the amateurs. We were at the tournaments together all the time. We know each other very well, right?
I'm
So
watching
Sean Porter was competing at
Fandora
165
Thurman.
pounds. He
Pete
knows-
Usyk.
I don't know who's gonna win. Most likely it's gonna be Fandora, but
just be that
no,
small
we
guy
like
up against
Keith.
these
We
bigger,
like one
taller
time.
guys, and how possible it really is to come out on top, you know? So it's easier for
All right,
him to be
22
like,
chin-ups.
I
Let's
kind
get
of know
it.
this can happen, you know? And anybody who's been in the ring with Keith Thurman knows that you knew you were going to be in a tough fight. But once you're in the fight, there's elements that Keith Thurman brings out that you never were really prepared for. You never be physically in camp were prepared for Keith Thurman's boxing style, the actual boxing style, right? It's the brain, it's the hands, and it's the feet that are treated in the zone, okay? I bring in the sweet feet, and it just trips you up. So I'm looking forward to giving all
22.
those elements to Sebastian
Not too
Fedor.
bad.
We
And
knew
also
this
core
back when I
work,
was growing
Nick.
up, man. There's
If
no
you could get your
better
core
than
work
that.
right,
If you want to know if
you
you
know,
want to be the best, go and step in the ring with Keith
core work
Thurman
really
and
gets
see
your
if you can pass Keith Thurman, Chase.
your muscle ups super duper strong.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time.
Core. I'm not lean right now.
Before we go, we do
When I
got
cut,
Sebastian
I'll be cutting in the
Fedora
summertime.
coming up.
But you get that core tight. Your muscle ups you're gonna be flying over the bar.
We are here
Trust
with
me.
the WBC Super
And
Welterweight
stretch.
World Champion, known as the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fedora.
Remember, this is part of the workout. You want to make your muscles bigger? This is one of the best things you can do. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I don't understand how people are bodybuilders. You know, I'm not even bodybuilding right now, and this is one of the easiest ways to make your muscles bigger. It's literally stretching while your body's warm. It just breaks down more muscle tissue.
Okay.
Or affiliate, you don't belong to the camp, nah. Or affiliate, rather.
WBC Super
No.
Welterweight World
Honestly,
Sebastian
I respect them, but a lot of these dudes, they don't really rock with me for whatever reason. So, but I always give respect to all of them. But I'm kind of like a lone wolf in this calisthenic community thing. I've reached out to a lot of people in the calisthenic community and wanted to shoot videos for them, wanted to work with them behind the scenes, help them with photo shoots, help them with their clothing lines, everything. Because I'm a graphic designer, I'm a photographer, and I try to help a lot of these dudes, and they all basically was looking at me like, I'm a fan, like, what do you, like, I'm trying to eat off of them. Basically, that's how they was all looking at me, like, I'm trying to eat off of them. I was like, I'm trying to eat with you. I'm not trying to eat off of you. I got my own plate. Got my own money. I'm doing big things on my own. I'm trying to eat with you because I see what y'all doing. Y'all doing something positive.
How are you feeling today?
Allow me to help wherever I can. But for the most part,
Very grateful to be fighting here. World again, Las Vegas.
I'm not affiliated, but I do respect them. I do learn from them
Saturday.
where I can. I learn from them. You always hear me talking about the barbarians. You always hear me talking about
Would you agree with that assessment of
barbarian
yourself?
training.
Wild
I
Keith
think
is
that they have like the best training
he's boisterous, he likes
out of the
to
whole
talk,
calisthenic community. From my own experience, I think they're the best. I don't really think anybody's training better than them. So I always direct people to them. I try my hardest to like push people. Like when people come to me for advice, I always try to push them towards them, because it's like the truth. I'm not gonna deny the truth regardless if they rock with me or not. I'm not gonna deny it. It's the truth. These guys are training the hardest. They're training the best. They have some of the best routines. And it all works. You're not gonna see a lot of the barbarians lose in battles just by their training. I promise you that. So that's why you always see me doing routines usually from them.
Of course, he backs it up all the time. Great fighter. But we all know that he likes to talk. And he'll go on for.
And also, beast mode.
It was just a little
You know,
together.
Vital.
Miss her.
They're good too.
Rush.
I think the
An hour, and I don't know how he does it. Applause to him for doing that because talking for a minute for me is like.
I think
dang, man.
the barbarian camps, they're more battle tested than beast mode, but beast mode, they train hard too. Semi and them, they train hard too. So I rock with Semi and them too. But again, I reached out to them dudes. They don't want. They not trying to rock with me. I don't know. They think I'm a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm a man. So I always come to people, eye level. I never come to anybody like, yo, no, I will never do that ever in my life. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to surpass you. I'm not trying to beat you. I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm just trying to help. If you want my help, take it. If you don't, it's cool. That's unfortunate, man. God bless them, though. Yeah, God bless them all. It's unfortunate, but God bless them. I always wish them the best. That's why I still show respect to all of them. I even hit up, what's his name? What's the young dude name? Emmanuel. Emmanuel was like, he don't really do like collaborations. I respect it. I didn't mean nothing against it. I think he's a very talented young up and comer in the game. But he was just like, I don't really do collaborations. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. It's people see value in what you do. A lot of them don't realize like, yo, you can make a lot of money on YouTube, but you have to kind of have more of a professional approach with your content making. You're not going to be able to make money off of YouTube shooting on your phone. So this is what I was trying to explain to some of them. Like, yo, you have to make content that that YouTube can put ads on your thing. All your content can't just be phone. Even if you get 1 million views and it's just phone content, YouTube is not going to put no ads on that.
That's all up to him.
So this is what I was trying to contact. I don't want to name drop, but I contact a lot of the people that have like a lot. I'm not trying to name drop or nothing like that, but I've contacted them. I contacted them and was like, yo, let me help you. You can easily be making $20,000 a month on YouTube from views. They looking at me like I'm trying to rob them. I'm like, bro, if you let me help you, I'll show you how to but to each his own. I wish them the best. Hopefully they, yeah, I tried reaching out to Semi. I reached out to Semi and I reached out to, what's his name? What's homeboy name? Shredder. I reached out to Semi and I reached out to Shredder. Both of them. Like, yo, let me help you. You guys are elite. Let me help you. Let me shoot content for you. Help you build your brand. Because they are, remember when I started YouTube, I was just trying to stay behind the scenes. Like, I had no interest in being in front of the camera. I started YouTube trying to be behind the scenes, trying to build a platform to showcase their talent. And after reaching out to so many people, I started shooting myself to show them, like, look, this is the quality that I shoot at. Look, this content that I'm shooting, I can shoot for you. You go into a barbershop, you see the barbershop chart. That's how I was shooting my content, like showing them, like, yo, look, this is what I'm capable of. Allow me to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Allow me to shoot content for you. You help me build my platform and your brand rises. I help you build your platform and your brand rises. This is hand in hand. It's tandem. But, each his own. I don't know. It's hard because you're from Brooklyn. A lot of people have trust issues. We're from New York. Nobody really trusts anybody. Everybody thinks that you're trying to get over on them or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. And I don't fault them. All I can tell you is that I tried. That's all I can say. All of them. You name it. I reached out to all of them. Everybody that you see that's pretty much making noise within the calisthenic community in New York City, I probably reached out to them. Like, yo, let's train, let's do something, let's work. And yeah, here I am, still by myself, But it is what it is. All right, next set, max pulls. Not really ready yet, but pull up. Try to match it. Try to get 37 again today. I reached out to all of them. So even if I do blow, like supposedly, what if my channel does blow up? You know, I would still try to help them because I think the community is still positive and it helps a lot of people. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe they're looking at me like, yo, he's some small fry fish, whatever the case may be. But you know, we all have to start somewhere. We want me to be big out the gate. I try to show you quality out the gate. You know, I didn't try to like. That's what I could offer. You know, I can't run in on camera and be like, you know, like that's braggadocious. That's not who I am anymore. You know, so you're not gonna see me make a spectacle to get views. You know, so people rock with me. They rock with me. It's, you know, that's just how I go.
Are you and your
And truthfully, you know the crazy thing? Here's the craziest thing. Zeph is the only person that rock with me. The only person out of everybody that I reached out to. Zeph is the only person that rock with me. That's the only person, the Barbarians. And he's like a legend in the game. He's the only person that was like, I see what you're doing. Only person that actually responded to me, that actually spoke to me. It's the only person. Everybody else blew me off. So you would think that somebody who's as respected as Zeph would have been the one to blow me off. Nope. It wasn't him. It was everybody else. Everybody else was like, you not on my level, whatever the case would be. Zeph is the only person who's like, yeah. Which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. A legend in the game is more receptive than the dudes that are like supposedly like the new wave. And Snoop, obviously Snoop, because I did videos with Snoop. Snoop is one of the only ones too. I did videos with Snoop. And Chi's mad cool. She's mad cool. So you won't ever hear me say nothing bad about them. She's mad cool. She actually hit me up. I was supposed to shoot a video with her because this is when like YouTube started doing that collab thing. It's just me and her our schedules didn't align up. But she's cool too. Because I try to shine a light on those people because they're actually really, really talented. Like that's one thing I would say about the calisthenics community is that there's a lot of stars in the calisthenics community. There's a lot of stars. Like there's a lot of star potential. Like there's a lot of talent in the calisthenics community. And if you just shine the right light on them, you know what I'm saying, with the right camera and the right, like, you know what I'm saying, and you just show them in the right light, out of here. Out of here. And that's all throughout the calisthenics community. I see stars in New York. I see star potential in California in the calisthenics community. I see star potential in Miami. I even see star potential in Rhode Island. So I'm tapped in where I'm looking at everybody. I see Houston. I see Virginia. I see the whole DMV area. I'm watching all of them, and they all have something that is filmable, and they got it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm trying to be tapped in because, you know, the reason is because these UK dudes and the Russian dudes, they if you watch their content from overseas, these dudes are super talented. And they're pushing it beyond. Even when you look at people in Brazil and Colombia that doing calisthenics out there, these dudes ain't nothing to play with. Them dudes are not nothing to play with, like at all. They are not playing around with this calisthenics. What you would call it? Where you see a lot of these dudes that are, you know, they got big names in New York City. They can't F with these other dudes outside of the U.S. These dudes are not playing. If you look at Africa and all that, these dudes are not playing with this joint. If you look at some of I'm subscribed to a bunch of Russian dudes, And I don't even speak the language. I'm subscribed to a bunch of them. You look at some of the routines that these dudes are doing, yo, they're not playing. It is not a game for them. They are living this for real. This is some real life. They are 100% dedicated. So, that's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to shed light on some of these dudes, and hopefully that it would raise the calisthenic community in the U.S. to where we're at the top again, to where we're not nothing to play with. Because them UK dudes is not nothing to play with. I'm not even going to front on them. I'm watching some of their routines. Them routines are not easy to do. The dudes in Brazil, the dudes in Colombia, they not playing no games when it comes to this calisthenics. They are not playing no games. They are not playing around. Not playing. Right, but to teach his own. And I plan on traveling out there anyway. I plan on traveling out there. Like, that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal, is to get the channel to a point where I can travel to them spots and showcase that. That's how tapped in I be. If you start Patreon, I'll support. That's what's up. I appreciate it. But I didn't even want to do that. I didn't even want to do paywalls because I don't feel like I'm that knowledgeable. I just wanted to shed light on them. I'm still in the game learning. But I appreciate you, Nick. That's what's up. I didn't even want to do paywall stuff. I just wanted to give people game. Give people the game. Let them get the paywall. Let them dudes get the paywall. And they teach y'all how to do everything. Because I'm learning still. And let me just shed light on them. You dig? Alright. I'm more of a brand builder. That's more like my mindset. I'm not like a real salesman. All right, let's try to get 30, 37. Woo! If I get 37, that'll be beautiful. 32. I'm gonna try to take a big break. And it's like therapy. Okay, 32. 5 more. True boy. Uh, 35. Alright, I broke, but a little bit better. I felt good and then my arms just gave out. 35. Not bad. And then, of course, you stretch. And that'll be it for today. Dang. I broke. So I like training earlier in the morning when I'm more fresh. God is good. All glory be to God. I consider that a win. I don't look at that as a loss. All glory be to God. 35 hours off by 2. All right, that's way better than I did last time. I broke at, what did I break at? Where's my notes? Oh, I threw it out because I was pissed. I think I broke at like 24 or 25 or something like that. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to break out. That'll do it. I said I was gonna come on here. I did it. Dead tired. But I did it. Appreciate all the love, support. Thank you, Nick, for rocking out with me. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, I do my dang. Do my dang. Pen, that's all tired of. Appreciate you. And I didn't bring no freaking water in here. I need my water. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back on Friday. Friday workout is gonna be 39 pull-ups. And then after that, I'll take a couple days off, like 3 days off, and then I'll do the 50 pulls. I should have my pull strength back completely. So stay tuned. Yes, sir. God bless y'all. Much love. And remember, you do anything with God, you're going to win no matter what. I'm a living testament to it. I'm a living testament. Don't let nobody ever tell you nothing else. You do everything with God. I promise you, you will freaking win. And I got plenty of wins to show. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace. Always remember, there's a lot of love in this world. You give it, you'll receive it. Peace out.